At least 4 countries are boycotting Eurovision, as Israel has been allowed to compete next year, and you need to know who these countries are. But this comes after huge protests took place against Israel being allowed to compete in Eurovision, due to their actions on Gaza over the last few years. But these 4 countries which have pulled out of Eurovision in response to Israel being allowed to play next year are not small countries. These are actually really important countries which have previously won: Ireland, the Netherlands, Spain and Slovenia. But you need to know that it's not just because these countries don't support Israel, it's because of something else. Obviously, Russia was banned from Eurovision after their invasion of Ukraine, and these 4 countries are not necessarily mad at Eurovision because Israel has been allowed to compete. They're mad over the double standard. But you should know that at the same time, these 4 countries have all been very vocal in their support of Gaza and Palestine. Spain was one of the first countries in Europe to stand up for Gaza after Israel invaded. Since then, Spain has ended all aid, trade and relations with Israel, and recently they recognised a Palestinian state. They were one of the first countries in Europe to do it after the war started. So to be fair, it's not a huge surprise that countries now are starting to boycott Eurovision next year in response to Israel being allowed to play. It's likely, to be fair, more will join them, and nobody's even talking about this, which is why you should follow me for some more global news like this.